They're ready to go as the Colts get set to match up with the Miami Dolphins. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll be brought down here as the penalty flags come in right away, and we may have a face mask here right at the start. So that flag will cost him 15.
And it doesn't matter anymore how you get the face mask. Any part of it is going to be 15 yards.
So the face mask, quite a blessing there as they'll start out of harm's way with a 1st and 10. Now Drake. And that's not the start that he was looking for as he's going to be met and dropped behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
2nd and 11 at the 34-yard line.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Running, it's Drake. 8 yards on the run there, and that leaves them with 3rd and just a couple.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
An early test, 2 plays in. This is 3rd and 2. Out of the gun, here's Josh Rosen. And he's got it to Hearns. And he's got the 1st down yardage as he brings this up to the 47th. 3rd down turns to 1st with that 5-yard pickup. Throwing now, Rosen on 1st down. And his throw's going to be incomplete. The intended target, the tight end, Austin Seferian-Jenkins. And now it's 2nd down. He shook his head right when he released that throw. He knew it was going to be a little off target.
Yeah, the excitement got him on that one. Wasn't able to control the fact the receiver was open, and it would have been an easy throw.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Here's Rosen to throw. Got a man open. That's Devontae Parker, complete. A big play on the catch and run, covering 34 yards.
Brandon, we've both been around the game long enough that we know that in pregame, defenses are pretty amped up, aren't they? I mean, they're pounding lockers, and they can't wait to get out there. But when you hit them with some big pass plays early, it takes the starch right out of them.
So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down.
Watch the twitch. Watch the twitch. Alert.
They'll run with a 2nd-year man from ASU, Kalen Ballage. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another 1st.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
2nd
On 1st and goal, Drake. And he's going to get him about 3 yards closer. He's down to about the 2.
And that's one of the reasons we like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the second level.
From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. They'll try again with Drake. Able to get a couple here, but won't get across the plane as they stop him right around the 1. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive. Driven it down the field nicely here on the opening drive, but now it's put up or shut up.
No doubt about it, because to make that type of a drive and ultimately kick a field goal would feel very disappointing. But I'm just wondering, is the head coach thinking, is this 4-down territory? Might he go for it?
Here's a run with Balaj. And he is in. Touchdown, Miami. Kalen Balaj, his first touchdown on the year. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. A long opening drive, but a very successful opening drive. We call that methodical, I guess, when it takes that many plays.
Methodical and almost like a boxing match where you're hitting them with body blows. They can withstand them here. Look, they gave up the touchdown, but you don't feel like a knockout is there. But they keep doing that in the 4th quarter. That's when the knockout occurs.
And it becomes tough for that defense if they're on the field that long. We'll see if they can continue that in future drives.
Buddy up. Watching you five. Let's go, D. Let's go.
First carry for Spencer Ware. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here. And if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs. Run some plays, run some clock. Allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Throwing, Brissett. Going for Hilton, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Xavier Howard. Well, not a good omen there. His first throw of the afternoon, intercepted.
And I know what the fans are thinking right now. I hope there's not negative thoughts in his head going forward, since that's his first throw of the game. But one of the things I remember about him coming out of school is he's able to wipe things away pretty easily and move on.
On 1st down, Drake. And he's going to take this one across midfield and into Colts territory. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
From the 45 on 2nd down, Rosen. And that one got tipped, kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd. The turnover put them in great field position. They don't want to squander it with 3rd down coming up.
No, not at all. And you know what else you do? You make your defense mad.
Yeah.
They got you the football, gave you a great opportunity. You got to cash in and get some points.
And now on 3rd down, they'll need to get it to the 36 to pick up the first.
Middle. Check. Crunch. Watch safety screen. There we go. Safety screen.
Now a draw play with Drake. He's got the first down here inside the 30. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Kenyon Drake with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Dolphins are able to extend that advantage. They've got to be thrilled on the road right now. Touchdown, turnover, touchdown, and quickly trying to make it 14-0.
Yeah, and mentioned it already. On the road, to be able to go into someone else's house and establish a start like that, obviously your confidence rises in a big way, and you're putting some doubt in their minds.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5.
I'm coming, baby. I'm coming, baby. Woo! Ready! Ready! Hey, check 20.
On 2nd down, it's Ware. He takes us from the 30 to the 34.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half, maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Ready? Hey, come on.
Yeah, let's get set lunch.
Hey, switch gears, switch gears. He's crashing. He's checking crash. Check 3, check 3. Check, go. Check.
Here's the second-year back out of NC State, Nyheim Hines. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. 16 yards to pick up there. The Colts have a first down.
I have to admit, I'm excited by that play call and the end result because this is a team that's down big early in the first quarter, and a lot of teams will just panic, abandon the playbook, and just start firing the ball all over the place. It's way too early for that. Stick to what works for you.
Down double digits, and we talked about their game plan being both running and passing there. You're right. They're sticking to the game plan, getting the ground game going.
A lot of football left to be played.
They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6.
And this should be the final play before the quarter ends.
I got one. Check. Check out.
14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Second quarter now from Indianapolis with the homestanding Colts in possession as they are looking at a 2nd down and 6 coming up. Second down now. Ware. And he'll get this down close to a first down at about the Dolphins' 40-yard line.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Could be 4-down territory even if they don't get this, but they need just a few inches here on 3rd.
Check.
Here's Hines on the toss play. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. They went backwards 5 yards there on 3rd down to bring up 4th. Out is Rigoberto Sanchez on 4th down to punt this thing. Jakeem Grant back deep for Miami. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. And this is going to hit the goal line and continue on into the end zone for a touchback. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. It's been a good first half so far. They're up 14-0. Points here, that could really put them in command before intermission.
Yeah, and it's all well and good what they're seeing and how they're feeling right now. But this is the NFL. How many times have we watched 14-0 leads evaporate and quickly? So how have we seen them combat it? Continue to run your offense, but don't back off at all. Don't start looking at the clock. Don't start thinking about, hey, just take care of the football. Keep attacking. Usually the best way to maintain control.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by Malik Hooker, and he brings it back to right around the 26-yard line. He's at it again, Charles. He had the pick six last week. Not a pick six here, but an interception.
It's another Oski, because that's the word we use when we intercept the pass. Oski tells your team to rally around and block for you. So that worked really well last week because he had made it all the way to the end zone. This week he got the Oski, maybe not a touchdown, but boy, he's playing really well.
Watch twist. Switch it, switch it, switch it. Come on, switch it.
Running on first down with Ware. They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6.
And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. He'll take that anytime you hand the ball to a back.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4.
Hey, come on out here. Come get some. Come get some. Come on here. Come on.
From the gun, they run with Ware. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down. Pretty good job defensively. Thought he was going to get it, but they knew where that marker was, and they stopped him just short of it.
What it does is emphasize that strategic football and situational football is not just played on the offensive side, is it? Defense understanding, as you noted, where the first down marker was and making sure they didn't get there.
They'll try and run with Ware, and he'll have the first down, getting this one to the 14-yard line. A 3rd down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough. On first down, Ware looking for a seam but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. No gain on the play there. 2nd down. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again. 2nd and 10. On the ground, this is Ware. And here's another tackle made at the line. So they're converging well on the football now. Back-to-back stops make it 3rd and 10.
It's 3rd and 10.
On 3rd down, Brissett. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. They showed off a nice juke of the defender before the next wave could bring him down. Give him 9 on the play, and that'll bring up 4th down.
It's now 4th down and 1.
Ready? Check. 59. All day, every day, any day. You go tight. You got tight. You got tight right there. 66, bullet, now.
This will be caught at about the 6. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. T.Y. Hilton with touchdown number 7 on the year, as they are now on the board here in the first half. Vinatieri able to tack on the PAT, and that'll make our score 14-7. This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the... End zone for a touchback. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Let's bring it.
Running from the shotgun with Drake. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. You talked about the need for them to establish the run early. They've been able to do that here in the first half.
And that means that the whole offense has adopted that attitude and that persona. We're going to take care of this young quarterback. Let's all get together and run it and take the pressure off.
And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join, who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
Sorry, we get slap happy up here sometimes. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Dolphins first down. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Tighten up.
Faking the give to Drake, now Rosen. And that's caught inside the 35. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A very nice pickup of 33 yards. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10.
Hey, you got to get moving, man. Man, moving. You got to get there. 53's a must.
And now it's Rosen looking. They'll set up the screen to Drake. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up 2nd down.
You know what the key to a good screen pass is, don't you?
Bet you're going to tell me. Good blocking?
Well, good blocking eventually. But first is good acting. You want to let the defenders go past you, leak out to whichever side or even in the middle where you want to set up the screen, and then you do your blocking. How about the read, though, by the defensive guys? They weren't fooled at all and actually ran with the lineman to where the play was and smothered it for a loss of yardage.
So now then, the penalty's got him set up with a 1st and goal.
He's coming. Double up, double up. He's coming, double up.
They'll run with Drake. And he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown. Kenyon Drake, his 2nd touchdown of the game and his 9th on the year. And the Dolphins are able to extend that advantage. Extra point up and good by Sanders, and it's now 21-7. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. We're under 20 seconds to go in the half. I'm guessing the wise play here is be safe.
That is the wise play, because if you think about trying to fool them here, here's what you're facing. You're facing a loosened up secondary, playing a lot deeper than normal. So even if you run some type of misdirection, you're only going to fool them for a second or so. And guess what? They're so deep, they're really not going to be out of position. Take the knee, get to the locker room.
Let's go, D. Tighten up. Let's go, D. Tighten up.
On 2nd and 15 now. Brissett. High throw, but the catch is made. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. The Colts on third down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 2. From the shotgun, it's Brissett. And he connects with Ebron. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout.
1st and 10 at the 46-yard line.
Now this will probably be the last play of the quarter.
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go.
They'll run on 1st down. Hines. He's got a 1st down and then some inside the 40. And finally down at the 36-yard line. So we have come to halftime in what's already a 2-touchdown game. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line.
1st and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never wanted to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there.
But you're going to do that?
I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. To throw again on 2nd down, Brissett. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. It's been this way most of the afternoon, hasn't it? This secondary really put this receiving core on lockdown.
Listen, they've worked together like a basketball team that's playing excellent defense. Great communication. Doesn't matter whether it's man or zone. And especially against deep balls, as we saw there, they're not giving up anything to them.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Out of the gun, Brissett. That is knocked away and incomplete, but a penalty flag. In the backfield, this might be a roughing call. A bad time for a roughing penalty, and they get the gift of a 1st and 10. To throw is Brissett. The ball popped in the air and intercepted. Picked up by Xavier Howard. And a great return as he gets this all the way down close to the 30-yard line. First possession of the 3rd quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
And he will cross the 30 down to the 29-yard line.
3rd quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
From the 29, Rosen. Wilson snags it left side. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown. Albert Wilson, his first touchdown on the year. And the Dolphins are able to extend that advantage. Still plenty of time left in the game, but now starting to pull away a little bit. Get some breathing room with that one.
And I don't want people to think that NFL locker rooms are cookie cutter, that everyone's saying the exact same thing in every situation. But I do know that all 32 teams have an emphasis on starting fast. Game, second half, no matter what. Whether it's first 5 minutes, first 3, whatever. This was a big score to start the second half.
Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And their halftime hole now even deeper, and they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
They'll break the huddle, send 3 receivers left, 1 to the right on 2nd and 5.
Rush in.
Play fake. Brissett. He's going to air one out. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down.
Just work with me a second here, because in my lifetime, seeing how quarterback percentages have changed in throwing the football, I mean, back in the good old days, if you were around 50%, you were doing okay. But now, you need to be 65 to 70% to be considered an elite quarterback. And in this ball game, I feel like we're playing old school, right around 50%.
Yeah, he's under 50%. He needs to start hitting more targets. Brissett from the gun on 3rd. To the right side to Eric Ebron. And he's got the first down yardage before being taken down at midfield. Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs.
1st and 10 at the 50-yard line.
Brissett now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And the Dolphins rush, gets home, down he goes. That's their first time getting to the quarterback, sack number 1. And, you know, they had 5 last week, I'm remembering.
And you have to find a way to slow down the pass rush, not necessarily with just protecting your quarterback, but you show them a lot of different looks, and they did that in the first half. You know, different angles, different things to slow down the speed. They got to him here in the second half. Now they've got to come up with a counter to that and maybe do something different. Now a man open down the middle of the field.
They'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for 3rd down.
One of the selling points of the in route is it gives the quarterback a really nice sight line to his receiver and almost on a direct shot able to throw the ball into the middle of the field and have a great chance of success as they did on that play.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Brissett, and he hits his tight end Ebron. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. From the gun, here's Brissett. Able to find the rookie from Ohio State, Paris Campbell. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down.
1st and 10 at the 22-yard line.
Brissett going to lead his guys up 1st and 10. And he's 5 for 6 now throwing the ball on this drive. On the delay, here's Hines. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask.
Let's go.
And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. Now a give, right side. It's Hines. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop him right around the 1. It'll be a pickup of 4, and it brings up 2nd and goal.
Well, he did get a taste the previous week. He got into the end zone trying his best to get there in this game. So far, he's been denied.
2nd and goal from the 1. They will run with Ware. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Spencer Ware. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Colts are able to draw a bit closer. Vinatieri connecting on the extra point, and that cuts the lead to 28-14. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
The Dolphins take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offense that's humming.
Agreed. What you were looking for is the defense get the ball back pretty quickly, right? Hoping for a 3 and out. So that didn't happen. You can't yell at your D for that. They've got to take care of their own business and reestablish themselves now that they're back on the field.
So they will accept the penalty and move forward. So now a fresh set of downs, 1st and 10 after roughing the passer.
Alert, alert. Watch the whip. Showing up. Tight dog. Check.
The handoff to the right side. It's Drake. Past the 20. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A big chunk on the ground there, 27 yards. We've seen him break off a big run already in this game, and for a second, that one looked like it might be another.
Yeah, I think that any defense would say, look, we can't let him get to the second level because sometimes he'll break off the big run on his own, but oftentimes you get additional blocking at the second level, which gets you deeper into the secondary. Well, partner, I guess sometimes it's just a matter of philosophy. Some say run until they absolutely stop you, and others say, well, when you think they're about to stop you, fool them a little bit. I guess they should have tried to fool them on that play.
Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Malik Hooker, and a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
I tell you, Brandon, it seems like this guy's been all over the field so far. That's his second interception of the game, and so much of playing defense in the NFL, especially when it comes to defending the pass, is all about positioning and technique. And this is fantastic work on both fronts there.
They begin the drive with Hines. And he's going to lose yardage back to his own 1-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 6, and it'll set him back for second down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. On second down. Where? Oh, and he's not going to make it out of the end zone. The push too strong, and that'll be a safety. And, Charles, at some point, you can't keep worrying about big play. Can this be perfect? You just have to get the ball out of the end zone.
And in the offensive huddle, that was discussed when they called the play. Just get out of the end zone. But you know what's interesting? A lot of the times in the defensive huddle, they actually call a set and then say at the end of it, get a safety. So it's preached, it's coached, it's thought about. Now that's the kind of return you're looking for. To get to that spot on the field, that allows you to do a lot of things on offense.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And they had a nice little drive going last time. Threw the interception in the red zone. Costly.
Bad enough to throw it anywhere, but that drives coaches insane when they're thinking about, hey, we got a shot at points already. We're already in a spot where you're thinking you got 3 on the board for sure, and to come away with nothing, that's a really tough one for them to swallow.
Yeah, will they make up for it? The run only got a yard. Here's second and 9.
Get in the right room.
To throw is Rosen. Rush coming, and he's taken down. The linebacker, Darius Leonard, applied the heat.
Well, that play was the very definition of fast, quick, and in a hurry. Suddenly, he was there.
In a blink of an eye, that happened fast, and a big sack.
Get back. Hey. You don't want that, baby. You don't want that. Hey, you don't want to see me.
They'll run here with Balaj. And unable to get downhill there, so he'll take this up to about the 37. Just a yard on the run there, and that's going to bring us to a 4th down. Here's Matt Hawk now. Always a good sign when your first punt comes in the 4th quarter. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. They start to drive with Ware. And they'll hit him for a loss as he's back to his 2-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on 1st down. Seems pretty obvious defensively a key was stopping the run game. How have they done it so successfully?
To me, it seems that these guys really did a nice job of paying attention during the scouting report meeting. And you know, Brandon, when they do those, they talk about the top plays that these guys like to run. The best runs for the top running back, those are the ones you focus on and want to take away. And they've done that pretty successfully in this game.
They run it here. Ware. And he'll take this up to about the 7 or 8 yard line. He gets them a little over half of what they needed. Now they're looking at a 3rd and 5.
Let's go. Let's go. Right. He's telling right here. He's telling the right. Telling the right. Hey.
And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning. Hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play. And the officials are instructed, if there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. They're already slim hopes are going to ride on this one. They'll go on 4th down.
Watch the screen. Mike 20. Let's go, tight end. Let's go right here. Set up.
Brissett to throw for it on 4th. Ebron with it over the middle. The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on 4th down. 4th quarter, every drive so critical, and you figure may only get one more shot after this, so a touchdown's imperative on this drive.
It is, but you also have to think to yourself in play call.
The Dolphins get there this time, and they bring him down. The sack cost him only a yard. It's 2nd and 11. Brissett now. Throw left side complete. That's Hines. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. 12 yards there and a 1st down. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 34-yard line.
Mike 55. Wild Bill.
Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. Caught left side by Funchess. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds.
Out of bounds at the 38-yard line. 4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6.
QB's up. Hatchet.
From the 38, Brissett. He's got a 1st down and then some at midfield. He gets it across the 50 and down to the 48. Give him 14 on that one and a 1st down. So now 1st and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory at the 48-yard line. Brissett again. On the right side, it's Hilton with a catch. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down. That 1st down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. They'll throw again. Brissett looking deep for Hilton. It's caught at the 10. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. It's a gain of 35.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. For big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great. And what our camera missed was the fist pump from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big game.
Brings up second and goal.
Second down and goal. Brissett. And he takes this one in for a Colts touchdown. T.Y. Hilton with his second touchdown of the game, number 8 on the season, as his guys are able to pull a bit closer.
I'm not sure win-win is the proper term here, but it certainly felt like it. They got the touchdown they needed, but if I'm on the defensive side of the ball, okay, you got the touchdown, but it sure took you a long time.
Yeah, because offensively, though, you're probably hoping for a 1 to 5 play drive. That one ate up a little more time than they were hoping.
You're exactly right, and if you have that 1 to 5 play drive, you actually build up momentum and even more hope. When they had to slog their way downfield, they got...
And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Jerome Baker.
Well, as most teams do in their two-point attempt, they pass the ball. Instead, it gets intercepted. And remember, if you pick it off, you get a chance to take it all the way back, get 2 points yourself, right?
Yeah, not the case here, but that's why you got to be really careful with those throws, especially to the outside. Well, fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. They stay on the ground with Drake. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. Whistles now in a timeout defensively. So a wise move as they use the first of their timeouts to force one more play before the 2-minute warning.
Check. Monday. Kill. Turn up. Kill. Turn up. Check that.
They run it with Balaj. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. Now the Colts going to burn the second of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just one remaining in this fourth quarter of play. So the Dolphins have it as we welcome you back in. They've got a third down now as they look for one more first down to help salt this one away. From the gun, it's Drake. So a nice job to break the one tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it'll be fourth down.
Well, the guys who are paid to make the tackles deserve some kudos there, but I think they deserve even bigger ones because in that situation, they had to be thinking pass. Loosened up defense, going to pass coverage. Instead, maybe they surprised them a little bit running the ball, yet they rallied to it and stopped them well short of a first down.
Now this is going to carry well into the end zone for a touchback. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They might be thinking this is close to a lost cause here. Got to play it out. What do they need to do?
Well, they have a thought process in mind already, but they can't get ahead of themselves. They know that they need to score quickly.
Yep, 2-score game.
Onside kick and get the ball back, and then score again. But they can't worry about the last 2 points. The only thing that matters is scoring quickly. Then they'll take it from there.
And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. 27 yards there, a first down. To throw, Brissett. Now a desk. It's caught at the 10. And he takes it all the way down to the 3. A big play there for Indy. 48 yards. Here's Brissett. And it's caught. He's got it for a late touchdown. But probably a little too late. It would take a miracle of epic proportions if they're going to pull this one off. Vinatieri now for the point after. And the lead is down to a field goal now. So the onside kick will come with 17 seconds to play. And the Dolphins are indeed going to get this, and that should all but do it. The risk-reward of the onside kick, when you don't get it, the risk comes out to play, and here they gave up great field position.
And that's the key to everything, because you're trying your best to press advantages when you have them, and field position leads you to that type of play calling, and whether you want to blitz or whether you want to throw the ball deep, those types of things. Now that they've given up that type of field position, the advantage is switched to their opponent.
Second and 11 at the 44-yard line.
So a victory here for the Miami Dolphins.